Giorgio dragged more than a dozen copper pipes out to sea because he wanted to build a nation that belongs to himself here. Coming into position, Maurizio gently sat on one point of the copper tube, gently pulling out the lower bulkhead. So both him and the copper pipe sank. Just like that, the first pillar has been erected. Working hard more than a dozen days, finally, the 400 square meter yard on the sea was completed. Having their own territory, they successfully got the rig, got fresh water and the sea. Seeing the achievement, Giorgio seemed to feel the approaching freedom. So he decided to stay here tonight. But before he enjoyed it, there was a storm. The single umbrella was also blown away by the wind. At this time a big wave came. Giorgio picked up the first friend on this one. He seems to be a person in distress at sea, who has been in this place for a long time. Then, they built a house in that yard. The second person just came. He is a stateless person named Rudy. He immediately showed off his talent for business. Rudy placed a sign on the yard and opened a boat service to travel here. There was a house suddenly appeared in the middle of the sea. That made everyone curious. They got on a boat and came here to travel. More and more tourists came here. Giorgio opened a bar and restaurants here. The laid-back ambience has made Giorgio's small island a great place for everyone. Franca, a 19-year-old pregnant girl, offers to become the barmaid of the 400 square meter island Soliver. Visitors coming here to travel to help Giorgio earn a lot of money. He officially named it Rose Island and claimed sovereignty in newspapers. One day, his ex-girlfriend, Gabriella, came to the island. Giorgio thought she was here to get back to him. Unexpectedly, she was about to get married. Giorgio said he has created a world that belonged to himself. But she said the island was not called a country, at most just called a bar. That sentence awakened Giorgio. To have been recognized as an independent country, they must have a government. So that night, he took office as president of Rose Island. A letter is then written to the United Nations headquarters in New York, who contact the Italian government. After the Italian prime minister received this news, he was extremely tense, because it is only 6 nautical miles from Italy. They immediately dispatched investigators to Rose Island. But these 2 investigators did not return, because life here was extremely comfortable. The Prime Minister of Italy opened a press conference denying that Rose Island is not an independent country. But his claims made the island more popular. Soon after, Giorgio received many invitations around the world. Italy also received more than 300 letters of removal from the country. The Prime Minister immediately dispatched people to negotiate with Giorgio, hoping he would give up his intention to establish the country. Even promised to give him 2 bars on the beach so he could run his business. And of course, Giorgio refused. His aim in the founding nation was not for money but for freedom. As a result, Giorgio's father was fired from the company. And during the meeting, Giorgio also discovered that the ministers were not as active as at first, even intended to give up. They had been bribed. In just one night, Giorgio became lonely. Giorgio drove to the Council of Europe to denounce, surprised that they accepted this case, because everything Giorgio did is legal. The Prime Minister angrily dispatched a warship. The news that the president wanted to explode Rose Island was spread widely. Gabriella, while shopping, discovered in a store that there was also a model of Rose Island. Giorgio may not have established his own nation, but he built a free nation in everyone's heart. So she decided to support Giorgio. Other friends also quickly arrived. They stood, holding hands, facing the warship. Navy detonated 2 bombs in a row to warn, but they did not step back. In the end, they had to send people to take them. At the end of the movie, The Island Brings Dreams and Freedom was exploded. Rose Island is a 2020 Italian comedy drama film. The film is based on the true story of engineer Giorgio Rosa and the Republic of Rose Island. The movie is here. Thank everyone for watching.